This segment I've named Dreams. And after I was adopted, probably starting from I was about 4 years old, I started having dreams that repeated themselves. Um, Eventually added up to like 10 dreams that I had one, then I had it again, I had it again, then I had a second one, I had both of them together, and then both of them together. Then I had a third one, and all three of them would play together. And eventually it built up to over 10 dreams. And over probably a period of 2 or 3 years, I think I was probably 7 or 8 before I had all 10 dreams, something like that. And first dream, when I had it, it just terrified me. I just, it was a, I was sitting in the middle of these fruit stands, and I was starving, I was hungry, and I'd go try to pick up a fruit, and I couldn't pick it up. And I was trapped, I couldn't get out, but I couldn't pick them up. And then one of them lit up, and I thought, wow, that's really interesting. That thing is bright, you know. So I went over to see what was going on, and I could pick it up, and I could eat it. And I was like, wow, this is incredible. And it was really good. It was like unbelievable. And then I'd see another one go off a light, and I'd wait, and I'd just stare at it, and the light would go off. I'd go over, and I couldn't move it, couldn't pick it up. And so different things happened. I won't go into all that, but that was kind of the first dream. And years later, I always feel like the Lord had, when He showed me stuff, He put a light on it. It would brighten up, and that meant to pay attention. And I was years later before I connected. Oh, that's the dream. And so you'll hear me refer to that had a light on it, and that meant pay attention. Pay attention. There's something there for you. So things like that started happening, and other things. I'd see things, and know things that were going to happen, and they happened, and I'd be like, man, what's going on? Well, why is this happening to me? And I had a kind of a funny episode happen when I was about 5. Went to answer the phone, and I put it up on my ear, and I could see the people that were talking to me. I'm like, I didn't know phones did this. Pulled it away from my ear, and I put it back up to my ear, and I could see them again. And I remember standing there just going, I didn't even know what to say. I was just, and so somebody came, took the phone away from me, and answered the phone, and I think I was teased until I was 16 years old. Don't let Rick pick up the phone, because all he'll do is stand there and say, duh. So that was quite the joke in the family. But it was pretty shock to my system. First time that happened. So there were 10 dreams, and then I had 2 other dreams. One, when I was 15. I was either 14 or 15. And it was just 3 specific people that I would meet. The first one I met in 78, and the second one in 81, and the third one in 93, 94. In 94, I met that person in 94. And every one of these 3 people were significant to my life. And it was quite shocking when I met the first one. It was surreal. Somebody I dreamed about, and I met him. And then the other dream, I actually had it 4 different times. The last time was in like 91. And I remember after seeing it, I sat up in my dream. It was about a man who was on, and he was on a stage. He was making a speech, and it had a significant impact. The people there. And the last time I had the dream, I sat up in my bed. I said, Lord, what is this dream about? Why is this? And that was the last time I'd had any of these dreams that were connected to each other. I haven't had any of those dreams since. But anyway, he said, you'll know what this means when you meet this man. So I'll tell you that story later. But essentially, I was raised Assembly of God, faith-wise, but was pretty much grew up agnostic. I believe there could be a God. Didn't know for sure who he was. I was experiencing all these things, trying to figure things out. Couldn't really, hard to talk to anyone about it. I remember in Sunday school hearing about Joseph and how he told his dreams and his brothers threw him in jail or sold him off to slavery. And I was kind of like, man, I found out I couldn't talk to anybody about these dreams because they'd slam me, or, as you got older, they'd say the devil's in you and whatnot. So I really struggled trying to figure out, well, what's real and what's not real. But um, they each proved themselves out. So that's my dreams. Introduction to my dreams.